Hi, Leo. You guys have a really busy first half of the month with planetary stuff. So busy that I actually had to pull it up so I could look at it to make sure I get all the dates right. So we have this at the end of this month. We're still in June. So on June 29th, Mercury is actually going into Leo. That'll go retrograde towards the end of July. So you don't really have to think about Mercury retrograde yet, except for the pre-shadow period, which a lot of times the pre-shadow period, things start to slow down. Communication starts to slow down a little bit. Chiron goes retrograde on July 5th. Venus enters Virgo on July 9th. Jupiter goes direct on the 10th. We have a partial solar eclipse on the 12th. And, yeah, I think that's it until we get towards the end of the month. So what does it all mean? Well, Jupiter has been in retrograde for several months, and that going direct, all of the things that were kind of accumulated during Jupiter retrograde might switch up on you. Just because, and you know, a lot of times when planets are retrograde, there's always a good and bad to it. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So if you feel like things have really been lagging in the last couple of months for you, and there's been a really big flip in your stability because of Uranus going into Taurus, because Taurus is the sign of stability, I feel like a lot, the changes and just the momentum of things and the expansion of everything that's going on around you, you're going to feel a little bit better as things start to change. However, with Mercury going retrograde later in July, things might start to slow down again. Because this week that we have, this last week of June, that we have the full moon in Capricorn, and we have Mars going retrograde this week, there's a lot of karmic activity. So if things are not quite working out for you right now, I don't want you guys to freak out. I know that the end of June has been a little, sorry, my cup is driving, it's like sitting in the corner of the screen. It's driving me crazy. I know things have been a little crazy lately, but just kind of try and take some deep breaths. And I know you guys are not the most patient of signs. So me looking at you as a Virgo, you're like, will you stop being so Virgo-esque and patient with us? You know, like, I feel like I have to be patient with you guys sometimes, and kind of like send out those patient vibes to you. Because I know you want to do everything right now. You want to get everything done right now. And yes, looking towards your future is not always a bad thing, but having everything completed like right this second is impossible. You can't have everything you want and need right this second. As much as you want it. As much as you want it. So we have the shadow side, which is the devil. I am using the Witch's Tarot for your reading. And it is a little bit different. But when we look at this card, the devil represents Capricorn, Saturn retrograde. A lot of karmic stuff could be coming up for you. Lessons that you need to learn. We also have the Capricorn full moon, lessons that you need to learn. And it doesn't have to be in a bad way. Karma can go either way, good and bad. Please, please, please pay attention to what is happening around you, what is happening in your environment, what is happening with other people. Because I think that there will be clues for you to see the sun behind the rainbow. You know what I mean? Like, we have to have the rain, but we also have to have the sun to have that rainbow. And I know that you guys, I feel like the right now, the I want everything right now. And I think we had this talk last year in like September or October, where it was like, you've got to be patient. You have to be patient, because I feel like if you try and get things done faster than they're supposed to be getting done, there will be missteps. So keep your vibration really high and know that it's coming. I'm going to get so many comments of, you silly, silly woman, you know that we can't be patient. You know that I need to have everything right now. I get it. I really do. I have a lot of Leo in my chart as well. So Queen of Cups, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Do you kind of feel like, doesn't have to be a woman, could be a man, this is a general reading. You kind of feel like you're chained in a situation, or this is either you being extremely emotional about all of the changes that are happening and it's not really looking the way that you want it to look. That could very well be what the Queen of Cups is. The Queen of Cups is patient. She's very intuitive. She knows when to act, and she knows when to sit back. And then we have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Three of Cups. The Queen of Swords is not as patient as the Queen of Cups, but she is just as intelligent, just as intuitive. And then we have the Three of Cups. So, yes, a lot of times people will say three-party situation. This could be really the cards just saying, go out and have some fun. Why are you being so serious? Why are you being so serious? It's almost your season. And there are, you know, with the partial solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, both in your sign in July, the partial solar eclipse will be in Cancer, actually. It's just in your season. Excuse me. Somebody would have corrected me anyway. So the partial solar eclipse is in Cancer. It's just in your season. Changes are already happening. Changes are already happening. And even if it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to look, in the end, it's all going to be okay. You know? I feel like it's time for you guys to get out. Don't, you know, and Leos are so good about getting out. You know, you've been waiting around, Seven of Pentacles. It could be that there are two other people in your life that you've been trying to make a decision on, or waiting around for them to make a decision. One of them to make a decision. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. I don't feel like you should wait for somebody else to make a decision for you. I think you need to make your own decision. Yeah. So, Nine of Wands. Sorry. And the Six of Pentacles. If you feel like you're in a never-ending battle or a never-ending fight, and you're constantly giving your energy, your time, everything to a situation that is not serving you, and this is like always a fight, I feel like that's what's blocking you. I feel like that's why you're still waiting for something to happen. I feel like you need to be the one that makes it happen. I feel like you've given enough to other people, or you've helped other people so much. This is like that karma that I'm talking about, because sometimes we can be so good to other people that we forget to be good to ourselves, and we get kicked in the ass for it. I'm going to clarify a couple of these. I want to see who the Queen of Cups is. This is Queen of Cups. Queen of... Whoop. The High Priest, which is the Hierophant. So, wanting to go a very traditional route. This could be in a relationship. This could also be your spiritual gifts opening this month. It could also be, because I really feel like the Queen of Cups is you right now. Being very intuitive, doing your best to be patient, learning more about opportunities, about places, about things that you're supposed to be doing, listening to your soul, going the route that your soul is saying, you know, pulling you towards. And then Queen of Swords. This could also have to do with a marriage that you're kind of feeling trapped in. And then Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. So again, karma. The wheel, you know, we've talked about the wheel before not being something that you can push to happen. You can't force the fortune to show up whenever you want it to show up. You've got to let the universe do that. You just do the work behind it. And if you're working with a Queen of Swords, I feel like this person is on your side. This person is helping you turn the wheel. This person is working with you and extremely hard behind the scenes. So I feel like it's time to get your soul tribe together. It's time to recognize who those people are. Yeah, and go have fun. 9 of Cups. Maybe not self-medicate, but go have fun. 9 of Cups on the 3 of Cups. Go have fun, Leo. That's what you guys do. You have so much fun. A Leo can walk into the room and the entire room is bright before people even know that Leo's there. How do I know that? Because I know a lot of Leos that are just that bright and shiny. There's just this general magnetism. And 7 of Pentacles. The waiting period is always the hardest. If you want to start a new venture, start a new venture. Don't wait for somebody else to come along. You start it. You have the tools to do it. Page of Pentacles. You could have an earth sign that you've been waiting to make a decision. Been waiting on this person to make a decision. Or you've decided to no longer wait for this earth sign to make a decision and you're going to go on your own way. But the struggle's been real for you guys. So I feel like July is really a time to pull back. You don't have to battle anymore. You don't have to be within the battle. You know? Yeah, because it's heartbreaking. What are you fighting for that hurts so incredibly much? Because when you follow your soul's happiness, when you're following the path of your happiness, it doesn't hurt like this. Doesn't hurt like this. When you're happy, not smooth sailing. Some things are very, very difficult. But it still makes you joyful inside that you're doing it. You can have a very adverse path to walk, but still know that you're going to be happy with the outcome. But if you keep fighting for something and it keeps breaking your heart over and over and over again, then stop waiting. Either stop waiting for the earth sign, the water sign, the air sign. This devil could be the earth sign that you're waiting for. I feel like the air sign's actually in your favor. This Queen of Swords, I feel like she's in your favor in some way. So, Six of Pentacles. It's time to let your energy represent what you truly believe in and where your soul path is, not what somebody else's soul path is. And if somebody else keeps getting in your way, and this doesn't have to be like the painful, heart-wrenching of a relationship. There's so many other people that could hurt you in your life. This could have to do with career. It could have to do with friendships. And that's why I'm saying you've got to find your soul tribe. If it is relationships and it keeps on breaking your heart, I feel like there are people around you. We've had this conversation. I feel like I've said this to you guys before. It's almost as if we're going around in a circle. Where were you at this time last year? What is the karma that has been dealt in the last year? Are you in a happier place, or are you still fighting for something that keeps breaking your heart? Are you still fighting for the same thing from last year that keeps breaking your heart? Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. So this Queen of Swords could be a Gemini. Or you're continuously giving to a relationship and fighting for a relationship that only hurts, that keeps hurting you. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man, Karma, which is Judgment, and the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, the Hanged Man and Karma. So we have the Page of Wands, and then we have the King of Wands. I was going to say, don't let your indecision or the indecision of other people, you know, this karma, like I said, what is the karma that's coming back around for the beginning of July this year from last year? Don't let this diminish who you are, because we want you to be in that high vibration, right? We want you to be in that high vibration and making your stability happen, and making the coins happen, and making everything happen. Right? Right? So this is where I see the middle of July going. Raising your vibration, wonderful opportunities coming your way. Yes, it's going to take a lot of work, might take some money, but it's happening. And it looks like you have some pretty cool people around you. Don't wait for the laggers. Don't wait for the people that are lagging behind you. Don't wait for the relationship that keeps breaking your heart. If there is karmic retribution that's coming, look at it in a different way. Look at it in a different way. The Hanged Man gives you all sorts of different perspectives. And if this is something that feels like it is constantly always going around and around and around and around, learn the lesson. You don't have to fight for something that hurts. You don't have to constantly fight for something that hurts. Or guarding your heart because you've been hurt in the past. Because you gave everything to one relationship, there could be somebody else that you could be giving it to. Yeah? Okay, so workshops, July 20th, New York City, and July 27th, Boston. I also have in-person readings available for both of those dates. Check out my website, fearlessintuition.net. There's only 8 spots for the in-person readings, so, and that's just for the 2 for Saturday and Sunday, the weekends I'll be there. I also have Atlanta, Georgia. That event link is also on my website, fearlessintuition.net. And I've opened up some more readings, plus the FaceTime readings, the Soulmate Twin Flame readings. Check that out. I love you guys. Have a really great beginning of July, and I will see you for the second half. Bye.